Then was that a boom? I didn't get the
Night Swim. It's like this scary movie about a haunted pool, and I actually thought it was pretty good, bro. The acting was actually pretty good. So let's see. Let me throw this in there. Uh Night Swim review. Fortnite talk. Nah, I'm not gonna throw that in there. All right, yeah. So I went to go see Night Swim. Y'all know I got the Regal Pass, so I can basically see any movie I want for free for freaking like $25 a month, 10% off food. So it's like either cheaper or the same as eating at a freaking fast food restaurant. So you could go eat, watch a movie. It's all chilling, bro. Let's see, what's it called? Oh yeah, Night Swim movie review, Night Swim movie review, and then I'll tell y'all what I thought, man. I thought it was a good movie though. I thought it was a good movie. Let's see.
If you told me in 2024 that I would be reviewing an actual horror movie with a budget about a haunted pool, I would have called you crazy. But nevertheless, this is my review for the movie Night Swim. Best way I could describe this is, what if Amityville Horror had a Goosebumps concept? And if you've seen Amityville Horror, just know it's that, beat for beat, bar for bar, about a family who moves into a nice place and discovers that there's something up with the pool. Between movies like Megan and Cocaine Bear, Universal is going through this phase of, hey, why not? Just make it. And you could tell the movie was made with the idea to innovate what a jump scare could be, because there's only a certain amount of scares you can get out of just in the dark. This time, we're doing it in the water. Do you get answers on why and how these things are happening with this haunted pool? Sure. Are they satisfying? Not really. But truth be told, doesn't even really matter. It's a movie about a haunted pool. Just have fun with it. I know Wyatt Russell did with his performance. This man is just chewing up scenery towards the end of the movie. I will say, because of the added element of water, there is some really good tension building here. Because if the ghosts don't get you, the drowning might. But then there's these convenient explanations on how these characters can hold their breath for this long, and it kind of stretches suspension of disbelief. At the end of the day, this is a movie you throw on a Saturday night with a group of friends, and you just have a good time with it. Will I be watching it again? Probably not.
Yeah, bro. That was the only thing is towards the end, it got a little corny. Like it kind of corny towards the end, bro.
I just got home from seeing Night Swim. Here is my quick little reaction and if I think it's worth checking out this weekend. So the film is actually based on a 2014 short film by the same writer and director.
Oh,
It's
wow.
under 4 minutes and it's a decent suspenseful little watch. I can see why Blumhouse jumped at the chance to make this a feature-length film. From there, I think they really struggled with building out the idea. I think while there are some okay-ish scares, as it's starting to get into the explanation and getting into the third act, it just is very jumbled. Everything feels really rushed and doesn't make a lot of sense. It never quite succeeds in the aquatic horror realm. And it even touches on eco horror, but then it never actually develops that idea besides just a quick little mention. Overall, I thought this film was just really bland. And as sad as it makes me to say, I feel like this is a skip for this weekend and just
I thought the way it was shot, like cinematically, I felt like I was watching the video the whole time, bro. Like cinematically, I thought it was pretty dope. Um, but yeah, towards the end, like the freaking dad started, dude, the dad slaps the crap out the freaking daughter though, bro. Like, like also, bah, just smack, like he's all in like zombie mode though, right? So it's like, all right, but like, bro, he smacks the crap out the daughter, bro. I was like, yo. And then all of a sudden the evil, oh yeah, he like sacrifices himself because the evil was gonna go into his kid, the son, and then he just jumps back into the pool. It Yeah, I thought the acting was pretty good though. I feel like I was watching the actual movie. Let's see what's homeboy
Night Swim is the best horror movie of 2024. It ain't really hard to say because it's the only horror movie of 2024. The movie was decent. It was okay. But the thing is though, unless you're a movie like Megan and you have a huge marketing campaign behind your film, nobody really expects much from a January horror release. Megan just so happened to be the exception. And honestly, I feel like that works out in this film's favor. Because had this been like a summer release or a Halloween season release, this movie would not fly. But because it came out the first week of the year, when not a lot of people are even probably going to the theater right now, I feel like that kind of helped it. This way the movie kind of just gets to fly under the radar, you know what I'm saying? However, in the defense, I really don't know how far you can take a story about a haunted swimming pool. The movie felt more like a family drama than it did a horror movie. And speaking of horror, it really just felt like one long episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I mean, the story is pretty simple and surface level, man. It's your typical story about a family looking to relocate to a new house. They find a house that's a steal. They find out that it's a steal for a reason, and that reason is because the swimming pool in the back is haunted. We've seen concepts like this with movies like Insidious, Sinister, and plenty of others, so you will get a sense of.
Yeah, no, that's true. I, yo, Are You Afraid of the Dark, bruh? What? I didn't know they were. That was my show, bruh. Are you afraid of the dark? Yo, that was my show, bruh.
All these years later, and these episodes still haunt my dreams. Talking 3 scariest episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark, the original series. The first episode is The Doll Maker, and if you've ever seen this episode, you probably got a little bit of a gross feeling in your stomach. And if you've never seen this, let me explain why. So the story follows this little girl, and there's this girl that lives near her that goes missing, and the parents have no idea what happened to her. But the main character is sucked inside of this dollhouse, and she finds the little missing girl, and she's slowly turning into a doll. And it sounds kind of silly on the surface, but it's actually really well done for in a kid's show, and I genuinely, every time I watch it, it just gives this really dreadful, nightmarish feeling. Especially the hand scene. If you've seen the hand scene, you know. Next one is a bit of an odd choice, but it's The Tale of the Pinball Wizard. In this episode, we follow the main character, this boy right here, and he starts to work in this shop, and in the back of the shop, there's this mysterious pinball machine that he's been told not to play. Well, after a while, temptation gets the best of him, and he does play the pinball machine, and after he leaves the shop, he finds that he's in the same mall, but it's been altered to be like the pinball game. Now, this episode is not as scary, necessarily, as the last one, because it is a little bit more whimsical.
Dude, Are You Afraid of the... Just remember that, the freaking intro, bruh. What?
So millennials, we back watching another episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And when I tell you this episode, dude,
got me
this is the
shook.
one. This is the one that fucked me up. So we know how this show works, right? A bunch of kids meet in the woods to tell ghost stories, call themselves the Midnight Society, because their parents are just nowhere to be found. But this is
I'm gonna have to use that in my freaking music.
the episode, right? Nickelodeon owes me some kind of compensation because I am still traumatized. So basic premise, this episode centers around a guy named Zeke. Now Zeke has found a pool that's tucked away in the boys' locker room, and he's trying to show this girl Clarice because she's on the swimming team, but also Zeke's got a fucking crush. Now we know how these shows go. Most of these 90s shows are about a guy with a crush, but shit's about to get real weird. Now they have no idea why the pool was shut down in the first place, but together they get the school to open up the pool again. Zeke thinks he has the girl of his dreams. Everything's all gravy, baby. But what they don't know is there's a reason why the fucking pool was shut down, and boy does this episode take a turn. So the reason this pool was abandoned is there is a fucking corpse in that pool drowning people, dog. I was like 6 when this came out, and to this day, nah, dog.
Dang,
I don't fuck with pools.
Dang. Are you afraid of the dark? What is this? Isn't this freaking his name? Ryan Gosling?
No way. Way.
Yo, I was tripping out when I found out that he was like a child actor. I think he was in freaking Goosebumps too. All right, man. What's up? How are we on time?